Good morning. Things have been a little hairy at my house. I don't know how they've been at yours, but I have been going a little bit crazy trying to get ready this morning with some things, other things that I've been working on. Anyway, welcome to Get Fit Gentle Yoga. And if you have a chair or a wall or a sofa, that will be great. If you don't, we'll make something work. Boy, I hope my hair looks better to you than it does to me this morning. So you're getting the real me. Anyway, all right. So let's find a place of stillness, a place of quiet, a place of peace within our mind. Just turn your attention inward to your breath. Not doing anything special with it, just noticing. Just letting all the cares and worries and concerns of the day ahead stay somewhere out of your head. Just declutter the mind. Let's bring our hands to heart center. You can stack them one on top of the other. We're going to go back to, because I don't know, I've just been considering, and I'm going to imagine that with the world starting to open again, there might be some anxiety and some chaos and some thoughts coming into your mind that are not going to be building you up. So I would like to just take a couple of moments and go back to just a short little breath practice like what we did the last time we were actually together at Get Fit. So you can inhale your arms up as we breathe these thoughts and exhale them down to heart center. I'm not going to because I have papers in my hand, but you can do that, or you can leave your hands right over your heart center. So let's take a nice deep inhale, raising our hands up, inhaling peace. Exhaling anxiety. Inhaling hope. Exhaling despair. Inhaling peace. Exhaling worry. Inhaling calm. Exhaling chaos. Inhaling peace. Exhaling fear. Inhaling strength. Exhaling panic. Let's come into butterfly legs. I'm going to walk back to my mat, put my chair to the side. I have that. So we're going to bring the soles of our feet together. Oops. And you can take the soles out wide in front of you. Rooting down strong through your sitting bones, taking a nice deep inhale. I'm going to hit my Star Wars playlist here because it's the 4th, and I just thought it'd be fun to have a little Star Wars. So, all right. So taking our nice deep breath. Let's bring our heart center forward. Hands can fall wherever they fall. And take a fold right where we are. Letting your exhale lengthen your spine. Stretching the crown of your head. Down the spine to the sitting bones. Let your chin drop. Let your face soften. Let your shoulders rest. See if that exhale can take you just a little bit deeper. Let's take 2 more breaths. Walk our hands back up, sitting up nice and strong. Let's take one sole of the foot to the thigh. Other leg stretches out long. Maybe a little rock to get those sitting bones nice and sturdy on the ground beneath us. Let's work on bringing our breath into our pelvic floor throughout this practice. So we're going to be moving somewhat slowly and intentionally with this. So we want to bring our breath full into our belly, expanding down to the pelvic floor. Maybe you even feel your sitting bones spread apart a little bit, your hips widen a little bit. And then bring the air up into the heart center. And notice if you feel the crown of your head rise when you do that. Notice if you feel the sitting bones expand. If you don't, that's okay. This is just a practice of noticing right now. So let's take that twist over the outstretched leg, keeping our breath in mind, filling that belly full out to the sitting bones, down to the pelvic floor, and releasing the breath as we fold over. The palms of your hand can lay wherever they land. Continuing to focus on taking that breath down into the belly. Let's take 2 more breaths. Gently roll your chin to your chest, using your pelvic floor to rise you back up to sitting. Let's switch out our legs. And as you root down through your sitting bones, taking that nice deep breath into your belly, taking the twist over and exhaling down. This side may be different. You may get more stretch here or you may get less, and that's okay. Take that belly all the way down into, take the breath down into the belly, down into the pelvic floor. Release. Backing out if you ever feel pain. You never want pain. Take 2 more nice deep breaths here into the belly, releasing down, letting go. Letting go of any care, any concern that you have. I'm going to give you this thought. Go ahead and bring yourself back up to seat. Let's take our legs wide this time. Rooting down to the sitting bones. Rising up. Just staying right here for a moment while I give you this thought from Wayne Dyer, author Wayne Dyer. Take what you want from it. Make it your intention today throughout this practice to focus on, or maybe you take one of those breath practices that we did to focus on. Peace can become a lens through which you see the world. Be it. Live it. Radiate it out. Peace is an inside job. Works its way from the inside out. I'm going to read that again. Keep breathing deep into your belly. Peace can become a lens through which you see the world. Be it, live it, radiate it out. Peace is an inside job. So let's rise up. Take that breath deep, and let's fold forward now with our legs wide, bringing that heart forward. Maybe our hands are out long, maybe we're on our forearms, maybe we're on our palms of our hands. I will never quit reminding you that this is a practice. Maud and I have arrived. I will never quit reminding you to be okay where you are in this practice. It's not a competition. Let's take 2 more breaths. Walk your hands back up to center. Let's go into crisscross applesauce, but let's put the opposite foot forward today. So if your right leg is usually out front, switch it up and put your left leg out. Let's drop our chin to our chest and make some circles with our neck, rolling our neck around. You can make this as big or as little as you want. Maybe you even end up making it more body circles, and that's okay. See if you can match your breath here. Maybe inhaling back, exhaling forward. See if you can inhale deep into that pelvic floor while you're doing this. Just another little step. When you're ready, let's go the other way. Inhaling across the front. When you're ready, come back to center. Let's sweep our hands up overhead on the inhale. Exhale, let's open those hands wide, taking our heart open, taking our shoulder blades together, a seated cow variation. Let's exhale and round those arms, big beach ball. Inhale, open up. Exhale, beach ball. Let's do this about 5 or 6 times. After you complete your next cat, let's come back to center. Let's take our hands back out wide, cross one arm across the body for a deltoid stretch. Bring that arm up. We were out working building a chicken house. We were working on our deck, trying to shore it up from some, I think, all the water. Anyway, I'm going to guess that many of you have been doing chores and projects that haven't been gotten done. Let's open up, back up wide, switch hands, other arm across the body. Let's take 2 more breaths here in this stretch. Taking our hands beside us, let's come over to a flat back. Knees under hips. Let's take our hands off the ground, spread those fingers wide. Place them where they're comfortable, underneath the shoulders, maybe a little bit more forward. Letting the jaw relax, letting the forehead soften, letting the tongue drop to the floor of the mouth. Let's take our toes of one foot behind us. Let's take the toes of the second foot behind us, find our plank. Breathing into that belly. Dropping to our knees if we need a kneeling plank, or staying in this full expression of plank. Let's do 2 more breaths if we can, wherever we are. Let's take a deep inhale, pressing the pelvic floor to the sky, finding our down dog. You'll be paddling out those feet one at a time. Maybe you just land with one foot bent for a minute, a second, a few seconds, and switch sides. Maybe you come up on your toes. What feels good for you in this down dog? Let's come up to our toes. Let's sink into our knees, just knee bent. Maybe try bending those elbows
And taking a walk forward, finding our fold. Knees still deeply bent here. Maybe crossing those hands to elbows, rocking the head. Maybe you sway your body from side to side. Remembering that breath deep into the belly. Sink into those knees a little bit deeper. Let those hands fall down. Sweeping the hands above you, coming into a tall mountain. Prayer hands together. Exhaling down as we fold. Sinking into those knees on the next inhale. Sweeping those hands back up. Praying back down. Folding again. Sinking into the knees. Praying down. Let's take our finger pads to the floor in front of us in this fold. Let's step 1 foot back mindfully. Pressing into our feet. Let's rise up into a crescent lunge. Bringing our hands overhead. Making sure we can see our toes. Taking that breath deep into the pelvic floor, up into the heart center. See if you can notice your spine lengthening as we do that. Let's be here for about 3 breaths. Let's pivot that back foot just a bit, pointing to a corner where you are. Letting the heel lower into Warrior One. We want to try to have our hips facing forward. I know that sounds like an oxymoron, or maybe that's the right word, I don't know. Anyway, hips facing forward as much as possible. Hands still high. Pressing into both feet. Taking that breath deep into the pelvic floor. On the next exhale, let's sweep those hands down. Step the front foot back. Find our down dog. Two more nice deep breaths here. Sink into those knees. Take your walk forward. Find your fold. Let's inhale up the shins for half lift. Straightening out the back. Exhaling back down. Sink into the knees. Inhale up. Pray down. Finger pads to the floor. Stepping the opposite foot back. Making any adjustments you need to make. Rooting down through those feet. Let's take a nice deep inhale. Rise up. Let's take about 3 breaths here. Lower that heel, pivot those toes out, making sure we can still see our toes over the front foot. Straightening hips forward as much as possible. Pressing down into the feet, breathing into the pelvic floor. Swooping those hands back down to the floor. Stepping that foot back, finding our down dog once again. Come forward into plank. Lower those elbows in. Coming down. Flipping our feet. Pressing up to find our cobra or our up dog. Your choice. Or you could even come all the way down, slide those forearms forward, and find your Sphinx here. Wherever you are today, be okay with that. Let's fill the pelvic full, flip those toes, press back up to down dog. Take a step forward, fold. On the next inhale, sweep up. Swan dive down, finger pads on the floor. Stepping back to down dog. Coming forward to plank on the exhale. Lowering all the way down to the floor. We're going to move into Superman. So we're going to take our hands out. My chair's in the way. Or you could take them behind you, palms up at your thighs or hips. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale all the air out. On your next inhale, let's press up. Bring our feet off the floor. Bring our heart center off the floor. Let's try about 3 breaths here. Exhale, release. Let a cheek fall to the mat. When you're ready, bring that cheek off the floor. Roll your shoulders back. Bring your hands whichever position you'd like. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, exhale, bring it up. Superman is not part of the Star Wars series, but he did fly through the sky, so we'll make it work. One more breath here. Release that other cheek to the floor. Let your hands come wherever it's comfortable. Focus in on your breath. Slow it down. If you need to. When you're ready, bring your hands back by your ribs, tuck your toes, inhale into the pelvic floor, exhale to down dog. We're going to come forward into plank one more time. We're going to lower to our forearms, one forearm at a time for a forearm plank. This can also be done on the knees. Whichever way works for you. Let's leave our forearms where they are. You might need to take a step up. I'm going to press our pelvic floor, press our bum up towards the sky for a dolphin. See if you can get one more breath here. Or two. We're going to take those knees down wherever you'd like. Bring your big toes together. Sink back into child's. Maybe coming back to one of those breath prayers. Maybe coming back to whatever you took away from Wayne Dyer. Peace can be a lens through which you see the world. Be it. Live it. Radiate it out. Peace is an inside job. when you're ready, let's press into our hands, walk ourselves up. Let's bring our feet around. Legs back in front. All right. Let's bring our feet to the floor. We're going to work on that boat that we've been doing. So maybe a little wiggle from side to side. Find those sitting bones nice and firm. Take that breath deep. Maybe your boat pose is right here with your feet on the floor. That's okay. Maybe your boat pose is with 1 foot up or 2 feet up. Maybe you go ahead and roll all the way down and you bring your legs up here and you come into a low boat. That works that core pretty well right there. If you're listening to the YouTube Star Wars, we got lots of commercials here. Sorry about that. We'll just put up with it. So, all right, so wherever your boat is, whether you're in low boat, all the way down here, or whether you can bring, whoops, nope. Okay, whether you can bring those legs all the way up for full expression of boat. I'll give you just a minute to practice that. Feeling free to try to come gently out of it, and try again in between. Breathing it down into that belly. You get some good strength from there. And when you're ready, go ahead and put those feet on the floor. Let's find the chair if you have one. Or the wall or the sofa, wherever you're at. So if you have a wall, you're going to actually be able to, we're going to do the legs up the wall. I think this is another form we did that last practice that we were together. And it is a great anxiety reducer. So if you've got your chair, if you've got your wall, you're going to take your hips in to the side and sweep your legs up. And then keep walking in, rolling back. If you're in the chair, it's a similar process. If you're on your sofa, on the floor, you could do it from the seat. Turn around like you used to do when you were a teenager. Coming in, just laying your calves on the base of the chair. Depending on your chair, you might even press your legs up a little higher and let the edge of the chair land on the creases of your knees. You might need to play with it for a minute to find what works for you. And we're going to be here for a minute. Let your body soften. Let your body find stillness here and rest. Let your shoulders fall. Getting out is a little bit trickier. So you can bring your knees into your chest, roll over to the side. If you're in a chair, using a chair is probably the easiest way. Same kind of concept if you're at the wall or the sofa. Just, you know, it's not going to be pretty and it's not going to be graceful, but nobody's going to know it but you. So I'm going to move that chair out of the way. I'm going to try to set mine down gently. There we go. All right, so we're going to come back to the floor, rolling back to our back. Let's bring our knees in, feet flexed. And you take a little rock from side to side, little circles round to the bottom of the back. Reversing directions if you're making circles. When you're ready, let's gently lower those feet to the floor. Take our ankle across the thigh, hands out to the side, capital T. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, let that foot fall towards the floor. Finding a nice spinal twist. Your chin can face the direction of your legs. It can face straight up to the sky, or you can turn the chin to face the opposite way. When you're ready, let's bring those legs back up to center. Switch legs. Other ankle goes across. Inhale and exhale that foot to the floor. Hello, kitty. Taking your chin to whatever direction you'd like. On your next inhale, let's come back up to center. Untwist your foot. Spread our legs out long. Let's take our arms across each other to behind our shoulders. Give ourselves a hug. Exhale, open those arms, switch sides, hug the other way. Exhale those arms up overhead. Maybe tuck those shoulder blades under. Reach for the wall behind you, the wall in front of you. Take a nice full body stretch. Maybe flex those feet and point. Maybe you rotate those wrists as they're up there, raising your hands a little off the ground. Make some circles. Circle the other way if you are. Hello, cat. Nice to have you on my mat. When you're ready, let those hands fall to your comfortable place. Find your blanket. I hope it's close. Find your eye cloth if you want those things. Let your feet fall open. When you're ready, take a nice deep inhale, breathing in peace. Breathing out chaos. Let your body fall. Let your muscles release. Breathing in peace. Exhaling anxiety. Breathing in peace. Exhaling fear. Let peace be the lens through which you see the world. Be it, live it, radiate it out. Peace is an inside job. I'm going to encourage you to stay where you are. Thanks for joining me. Don't go anywhere. I encourage you to stay where you are for at least 5 minutes. I actually see people today. So I saw Jennifer earlier. I see Jennifer Hancock. I see Heather. Thanks for joining me. I don't know if anybody else popped up through there. So welcome. I'm glad you came. Hopefully we'll be back at Get Fit soon. Congratulations, Jen. You're open today. Yay. So I wish all of you peace mostly
and joy, wholeness and completeness. I'm going to bring my hands to heart center. You guys stay where you are for at least 5 minutes. Take your time getting up, going on with your day. Shalom. Have a great day.